That is exactly what we're looking for. So please, Comic-Con Africa, put your hands together and welcome to the stage the one and only Dan Fogler.
Sarakana. I come from the future. Hello. Hey man, how you doing?
Legit, somebody.
I'm in South Africa.
Yes, you are. It's pretty crazy, isn't it?
That's me.
And it's your face up there.
All right, I'm sitting here.
We were going to pull your photo from the Type O negative music video.
Oh.
You're a very sexy Marilyn Monroe.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Marilyn with a lot of chest hair. Yeah, how about Jeffrey the giraffe?
Hey man, we did our little dance off. It was great. We were supposed to build something, but they forgot to bring the Lego. So.
Oh, okay. Now I'm here sooner.
We made that up on the fly.
Can I sit like this?
You can sit however you want. I'm surprised you can bend your knees like that.
I'm very flexible.
So is this your first time in South Africa?
It is. Yes. Yeah. I was expecting the weather to be like a sauna. But it's wonderful.
It's beautiful.
This is like the best weather ever.
I know it's sad when you open the curtains in the morning and you don't hear the Lion King theme. I know it's...
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. I'm very happy. It's very lovely.
So let everybody know, where did you come from? Where did you fly from?
I flew in from London, which was 11 hours, 11-hour flight.
You know, nice little short one. No.
Nice little short one.
So what were you doing in London?
I'm living there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yes. Well, now everyone knows.
Well, no, legit. Somebody came up to me and asked me because you know they know you from Harry Potter. They're like, what is his real accent?
Oh, right. Well, in the Fantastic Beasts movies, I'm like I have a Brooklyn accent.
Yeah.
That's basically my accent.
I think they thought you were English.
Did you guys think I was British? No, just you.
Two people.
Two people thought I was British. What? Oh, that's right. I'm going to Disneyland.
So, man, you have had an illustrious career. You've done a lot of stuff. Let's go back to the very beginning.
Oh, shit.
This is my favorite question to ask.
To Toys R Us with Jeffrey the giraffe.
What gig got you your SAG-AFTRA card?
What gig got me my SAG-AFTRA card? That's a great freaking question, dude. What gig did get me my SAG-AFTRA card?
Because you want it so bad when you don't have it, and then you get it, and you're like, man, I got to pay dues again?
Yeah, exactly. I think it was, what got me my SAG-AFTRA card? I think it was probably, no, it wasn't. That Type O negative video was non-union, which is why I was able to do it at the time. You guys know this Type O negative video? All right, we got one person. It's a really fun, that was like my first gig out of college. And it was like my own mini Saturday Night Live. Like I dressed up as all these different characters and pop music and pop culture and did all these different impressions and man, that was a great gig, man. And a lot of people, all around the world, they come up to the table, to the autograph table, and they're like, it made a big impression on them, man. It's cool. I don't know if I got my SAG card from that though. I probably got my SAG card from a Toyota commercial I did, which was over 20 years ago. I was having a hard time booking commercials, and then the commercial was for a gas station attendant, and I was like, oh, I got one of those zip up gas station attendant outfits, I was like, I'm just going to wear this to the audition. And they were like, yes, you're our guy. And I was like, What? Just because I have the outfit? You know? It's
Yeah,
like,
they want to save money on wardrobe.
yeah, exactly. I brought my own wardrobe. Like, it's like you could do the wardrobe, you could do your own makeup. Yeah. So that was crazy. That was like, if you're an actor and you're trying to book gigs, sometimes just dress the part, and they'll be able to be like, "Yep, that's it. That's what I was thinking," and they'll cast you. It's crazy.
So what? So you've done a lot of things over your career. Some stuff that folks don't know about. You know, we're talking about some of the early stuff. When was it you thought to yourself, "I've made it"?
Oh shit. I'm still trying to think that that I've made it. Yeah. I guess like in places like you go around the world, and they say, "Oh, Randy Daytona," you know, it's that. I guess that's when I knew I kind of. I don't know. I don't know if there's ever a real moment. It does warm my heart that people recognize me, you know, globally, which is nice. I mean, I guess I'm still striving for it, but I guess when I was working with Chris Walken in Balls of Fury, I was like, oh my God, I'm working with Christopher Walken right now. This is very special. I guess around that time.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. You know, I can only imagine getting recognized everywhere you go. The question was going to be when was the first time you remember being recognized out in public?
See, it's funny because a lot of people, when I was first starting to, you know, get into the spotlight or whatever, I'd be like, they would always think I was someone else. They'd recognize me, but they'd think I was someone else. So I'd be like getting a pat down, you know, from TSA, you know, and then they'd just be like in my inseam and just be like, wait a minute, are you Jack Black? And I'd be like, can you move your hand, please? Maybe I'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, like, it works if you go to a restaurant. Like, I used to do this thing where I go to a restaurant, like a fancy restaurant, and they'd be like, oh my God, who are you? Who are you? And I'm just like, who do you think I am? They're like, Zach Galifianakis? And I'd just be like, yup. I'm Zach Galifianakis, and they'll be like, right this way, sir. You know, I'll be like, a lobster, and, you know, I'll have a steak and champagne. I'm not sure how to spell my last name, but I'm him. Yeah, and then leave without paying.
That's the way to do it. I wouldn't do that here.
No.
Just saying. I mean,
You can only do that a few times in your life. Yeah.
trying to catch my breath here because we're also, if you didn't know, the elevation here is like 1,000 feet higher than
I did notice
Denver.
that.
Like you walk somewhere and you're like, why am I out of breath?
Right. That's why I'm sitting like this. I'm half meditating, and doing my Wim Hof breathing.
There you go. So a lot of folks had some questions. We talked to them earlier about Fantastic Beasts. How did you?
Oh yeah.
Did they send you that? Did you audition for that? How did that happen?
We got a couple of Fantastic Beasts floating around here. What the heck?
Those are the Kellogg's. That's their. I don't know what the bird is, because we don't have that one.
Oh, we don't have that one. Special Pebbles. I love those mascots. Who was my favorite? I like Count Chocula. He was delicious.
Oh yeah, they have Snap, Crackle, and Pop.
Wait, Count Chocula is not that.
No.
That's something else. Yeah.
Cornelius Rooster is the cornflakes.
Oh, who knew? So yeah, Fantastic Beasts. I auditioned like a madman for that. And each time I auditioned, I was just like, I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be in the room, in the mix. And so the first time I went in, I auditioned in New York. And I went in there, and I was like, I nailed that. I was amazing, you know. And then I was like, I'm probably not gonna get it, but so I left and went on my way. And then and they kept calling me back, man. I think I had, another audition in Los Angeles for the director, and then they were like, okay, we're gonna audition everyone in the world, and then maybe we'll give you a call. I was like, all right, great. I'm just happy to, that you guys even know who I am. Yeah, and then I was at a Comic-Con in San Diego Comic-Con, and I was there for no reason other than to sell my comic books. I was like lugging all my comic books upstream through all the people and all the cosplay, and I was just like, man, this is a rough one, because that was the only reason I was there was for that, and then I get a call right in the midst of everything, and it's my agent, and she says, where are you right now? And I go, I'm at Comic-Con, and she goes, well, guess what? Comic-Con's going to be a lot different next year. And I said, what? She's like, you got the part. And I was just all, do, 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 do. I was like, I just started hearing the Superman theme in my head. Boo, I don't know why. Boo, boo, boo. And then I just started floating. Do, do, do. Boo, boo, boo. And then I just started, like, free comics for everyone. High-fiving people. Because it was like, it hit the news, so like everyone knew it. It was crazy to find out like that.
The best place to find out, because all the folks were super
to like
excited.
Suddenly like go from just like, I'm only here for my comics, to suddenly be like, yeah, I got them all, it was pretty great.
So what was it like on that set?
Magical. It was, like I always joke, like I flew from New York, and then I landed in New York because they built New York. It was crazy. I flew all the way to London, Leavesden, and they built several blocks of Manhattan, circa 1920s, and so that was really magical. During lunch, I would walk around, the streets of New York, and they don't mess around. Like, it's not just a facade. Like, you can open the doors and it's like looks like a working restaurant. Like, it's wild, and that was pretty magical. And what was extra magical was that the bakery that they put Jacob's, the street that they put Jacob's Bakery on was Stanton and Rivington, okay? So this is crazy. 100 years ago, my great-grandfather had a bakery in Manhattan. It was called Fogler's Famous Pumpernickel, okay? And it was on Stanton and Rivington Street in Manhattan, on the same street as in the movie. Is that crazy?
I mean, the way the cosmic energy in the universe works, clearly you were meant to have that role.
I guess so.
100 years ago.
Yeah.
So you owe your grandfather a big thank you for that.
I do. He set the wheel in motion. Yeah. So what do you think of that? That's pretty wild, right? Yeah. Yeah.
So how'd you get start acting? Like, how did you get bit by that bug?
I was eating too much Kellogg's cereal, and my parents would sit me in front of the television, all sugared up, and I would watch Looney Tunes. Like, I love Looney Tunes, and that was an amazing teacher for comedy, for music, for timing, for between Chuck Jones and Mel Blanc, who did all the voices. Chuck Jones basically directed everything. I sat there and I saw like when I was able to read, I was like, Mel Blanc, he's the only guy that they have credited for the voices. And I was like, holy crap, I want to do that at a very young age. And then I started copying the voices of as many characters as I possibly could. And I'd take those characters and I'd do them for my parents, and they would laugh or whatever, and that was the beginning. I was like, oh yeah, I want to do this. I want to see how many. I want to try to absorb as many characters as I possibly can, and try to make people laugh and be happy. And that was like when I was a toddler.
So you've done a lot of characters.
Sure.
Do you have a favorite?
That I've done?
Yeah.
Acting? I really enjoyed Jacob. That was really cool because it was a nice combination of so many things that I love. That it was basically an homage to all the silent movie characters that I grew, like Buster Keaton and Charlie Chaplin and I love all of the action sequences and all the comedy, and I love, like I got into movies watching something like Raiders of the Lost Ark, Empire Strikes Back, just looking at these movies and just being like, I want to be immersed in this fantasy world and do stunts and and I got all that in Fantastic Beasts. Like when I was running from the Erumpent, yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about? When I was running from that giant creature, in my mind, I was Indiana Jones, and the Erumpent was the boulder, from Raiders of the Lost Ark. And I'm just in my head, I'm so dun 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 dun, and the director is just like, yes, Dan, Fabby, yes. Be more scared. And I was like, shut up. Dun, 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 dun. I was just like, I was so excited to be doing all those stunts and all the wire work. And I think that's my favorite thing. And then like something like, you guys seen The Walking Dead? Oh my God! I played Luke on The Walking Dead, and that was really fun because that's another genre, like zombie movies and like smashing zombie heads. Oh my goodness, just like how fun is that? It's like, and they gave me an amazing weapon, which was like all these like motorcycle gears welded together to make like a giant mace. Oh my gosh, that was so fun. Get to ride horses and shoot arrows. It's
You're Indiana Jones.
I'm Indiana Jones. It's exactly. It's cowboys and Indians. It's cops and robbers. I get to do that for a living.
When did you realize that this was your living, this was your job?
Man, I'm still trying to make a living at it. It's hard. When did I realize this was my job? I realized it, like in college, just was the only thing that I could do. In high school, I was just like, I guess I'm just going to go to acting college, and that's my, like, this is where I, excel, and this is where I succeed, and I'm just going to stick with this for as long as I can. And, yeah, so how did I know I was making a living when I was making it? Wow. Yeah, I mean, I guess early in my career, when things started, like around Balls of Fury and like and Good Luck Chuck and all these movies, I was starting to see fanboys, and I was starting to see paychecks that were larger than I had ever seen before. So I guess that was the moment. But I'm a character actor, and I got a family, and yeah, it's hard to It's hard to, raise a family and put food on the table being a character actor,
No one tells you those checks are big because this may be the only one you get this year.
Right. Yeah, you got to, residuals are nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice thing where, something that you did a million years ago, suddenly you get like a little check in the mail. $20, that's helpful. But it's tricky. It's tricky. It's a tricky world to navigate because everybody on down, Brad Pitt on down, like you don't know. There is no security in this job. Yeah, you got to be a maniac to want to do it. Yeah. We have people who want to be actors out there. Or? Good. Don't do it.
Learn how to weld.
Yeah, exactly. Become a chiropractor.
Well, we're going to get to spend a lot of time with you this weekend. This is not your first time on the stage.
No.
So they can find you in photos and autographing. Are you here with us all the way till Sunday?
Yeah, I'm here through Sunday, yeah.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dan Fogler. Make sure to visit with him
That was me.
over at Autographs and Photos. And one more time, give him a huge round of applause.
Ow! Thank you.
Yeah.
Hee-haw! 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 No smoke? Where's the smoke? Hee-haw! Hee-haw! Hee-haw!